pretty good first quarter, but you guys really made it difficult for them after the first quarter. How did you guys kind of turn the switch there in the second quarter?
Uh, I think once we started limiting the explosive plays on third down, we kept focusing hard on the first and second down to put them in difficult situations on third down. I think the game on defense really turned around for us. Really.
How much was that kind of taking away the run game and Logan rather than kind of waiting for the Backus to throw to you guys?
I think it was real important because they were trying to be a real run-heavy team. So to get them like out of their comfort zone, it kind of really put us in the best situation possible.
It really ain't hard to tackle Williams in practice?
Man, they don't let us tackle him a lot, a lot anymore. But yeah, he's a real hard guy to bring down. It usually takes about 2 or 3 people to tackle him every time because he don't never stop his feet, anything like that.
What does this mean to the team to finally get the monkey off the back, win the home game after not winning the home game last year?
It was a real confidence booster. I feel like it was a real grinded out team win that we needed. Just to see the fans out there smiling, everybody out there happy that we got the W, it all just put us in a great place.
You guys forced a big turnover when they were going in for that touchdown with Chin's interception. You guys have done that a couple times now this year. Just where does that confidence come from this year?
It's just really a focus. We go over trying to get turnovers in practice anytime we can. Just anytime the ball is loose or we got a chance to take it away, we just really focus on trying to get our offense as many possessions as possible.
Slow out of the gate last week, first quarter, slow out of the gate this week, the first quarter, that you've got things moving along. Anything you think kind of reason for the slow start?
Like I said, I just think the third down stops for us real big thing because when we let them convert on third downs, that's really when they get in the scoring opportunities. But once we get those stops on third down, that's when we really get the momentum on our side, get our offense the ball, and they turn it around for us, really.
9 tackles for you tonight, Joe. Just how well did they put you in good position tonight?
Coach Petrino, he put me in great position. He always say open field tackling gonna be a key for the secondary and us this week. And in practice, it was a real focus with our tackling circuits. And I had a few missed tackles last week, so I was just really focused in on the tackling circuits and the fundamentals this week. And it all came together in the game for me.
Can you tell us what exactly that is, the tackling circuit?
We just do a few different tackling scenarios in practice, just working like roll tackles or like pursuit angles, just the clinching of tackling, all like aspects of tackling really.
How much do you think it's helped you?
I think it helped me a lot because I never was the best tackler, but I'm always trying to get better at tackling because it's a real big part of the game on defense.
Got time for one more.
3 games in now, how much different is Coach Petrino's scheme compared to last year?
It's not that different. He doesn't try to make it too hard for us. He tries to just really let us just go out there and play, just put people in the best situations possible. Like whatever you're good at, he tries to put you in that position so you can go out there and just really play football and do the best of your ability and just make plays.
Thanks, Joe. Great game.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bring up DJ Davis. Still ready? Questions for DJ?
DJ, how big is it that you have another running back sitting right there behind you that can run off 100 yards, 138 as he did?
Man, that's very big. You know, when you can have that 1-2 punch or 1-2-3. We usually have Romir, but he was out this game. So it's amazing having that 1-2-3 punch. Any back that's in there, they're capable of doing anything and having a great play or anything like that. So we have very explosive backs. So it's amazing.
Was the game plan to go ahead and try and run on them as much as you could?
Absolutely. They was giving us a 3-3-5 defense, so we kind of needed to run the ball. But honestly, pretty much every game is we got to get the run game established so the pass can open up, deep passes, short passes, whatever. But we have to get the running game opening up. So that's what kind of what we did tonight.
How well were you able to see your ankles or the gaps that you could attack as a running back with the defense they play and how they try to mix up their front six?
They have a really good defense with the 3-3-5 look. Like they do a good job of like stretching plays, and we run a lot of stretches, zones, and stuff like that. But I mean, holes gonna open up. Just gotta keep trusting my O-line, and they're doing an amazing job. So they're the guys up front that's creating those holes that I see.
Is it hard for you to be patient?
Not really. Sometimes, but that's kind of how like the concept that we have in our running back room. Slow through, fast through. So we have to be slow, getting to the line and pressing the line of scrimmage, and then bursting out.
Can you tell us about the 26-yard run? What did you see? And once you got past the line, it looked like it was a foot race.
It was a power play, and they were kind of flowing heavy. So when they were flowing and I had my guard pulling with me, I was just patient, like you said, being patient, and everything was flowing. I just kind of cut back and just, like you said, it was a foot race.
23 carries. Is that about your comfort zone? That's what you want every game around that?
I mean, I'm going to get whatever they give me. So whatever they give me, I got to be ready for it. So whatever the amount of carries it is, it can be 5, 10, 15, 20, 30. It don't matter. I just got to be ready.
Pretty different mindset to once you lost Snow, your starting quarterback. Not only did that change anything as far as the approach?
Absolutely not. Gray come in, he got to step up, just like any one of us, a receiver, a running back, or O-lineman. If somebody get out, we have to step up and keep the offense rolling. We can't look back and be like, oh, we don't have such and such. It's going to be the same thing, next man up.
Gray threw that his first drive out there. Did you have words for him afterwards, just to try to get his spirits back up?
Absolutely. I told him to just be himself. You know, don't think too much. Just do what you do. Any quarterback that we have are capable of doing whatever they need to do. So I just told him, be you, and we're going to follow behind you.
You moved into third place, all-purpose yards in school history here. How are you trying to be a threat as a receiver, too, as well as a running back?
I mean, like I said, however they need me to do good for the team, anything I can do for the team to help us win, that's what I'm going to do. So if it's returning kicks, returning punts, catching passes, or blocking, anything like that, that's what I'm going to do. So I just try to expand my, identity or whatever like that so I can help the team out.
Slow start, but the second quarter you had to guys, how good did you feel at halftime that you were going to overcome them in this game?
That was very good. Like last week we had 35 unanswered points. This week I don't know how many unanswered we had, but it was the same thing. I'm very proud of my team. Also for not getting down and not getting discouraged when we went down 14-0. When we went down 14-0, it was the same mindset that it was coming out and to start the game. So I'm very proud of it.
That's one thing to get on a roll. It's another thing to score 35 and 28
Mhm.
you did tonight. Is it just the rhythm, or where do you think that comes from?
I mean, I see it in our offense. I see it in our defense. We just got to go out there and show the outside world. We see it every day in practice. We have the athletes. We have the coaches. We have the scheme. We have everything we need. We just got to go out there and put it on for the show for every Saturday.
What is the veteran leaders in the running back room? What are you trying to teach the guys like Romero and Javon?
Honestly, to be themselves. Like I told Corey, I can't explain it. We have amazing athletes. Those guys can do amazing things. So just be yourself. Don't overthink things, and just keep doing what you're doing. That's all I can tell them.
All right.
Thank you.
DJ, can you stick around for a second?
All right.
Corey should be on his way up. Last time, Saluki's had 200-yard rushers was last year versus South Dakota State, DeSomer, and Davis.
Get a handicap shot yet?
I'll be out of this. I'll be out of this.
I have not.
Mind answering a couple of our questions?
Sounds good.
I mean, yeah. I mean, it's a surreal feeling right now, and I think that this shows you what type of team this is, and I believe that this is a very special group, and I think that they made it really easy for me, and they made it to the point where I'm comfortable after that first throw, interception, my mistake. But, I believe that when I got on that sideline, I still felt trust in what I was capable to do and, also what the offense would still be able to do. And I think that, going forward, that this is a really special group.
How much did the run game, make you feel comfortable that you can still move the ball, without feeling like you may have to throw 6 or 8 passes in a row?
I've always appreciated the run game. I believe that the run always, is what the offense is all about. I'm always appreciative of that, and I know that, offenses that have great run games, and start with the run first, I know that they're able to capitalize on a lot of things. It just opens up the playbook and allows us to, attack the vertical game and, give our receivers a chance. We got a great group of guys out there as well, so I believe that it opened it up, and then it got them out of their traditional look where they wanted to go 3 high, and that's taking away the pass. And once they did that, they started loading the box a little bit, and that was able to put some shots on the field.
Was there a point where you started to feel comfortable out there? It started to flow for you a little bit better?
It was just always just getting that first completion in. I had that deep cross. We had a play set up where hard play action under center, and I've ran that play 5 years now, and it's a bread and butter play for me. And I knew that I was going to have time, and I trusted my guy Landon, and he made a play for me. That's just a route that we've been working on since this summer, and I knew that. I just knew that I had some special guys out there, and I knew that I had special guys up front. This old line is amazing. I didn't feel pressure one time this game, and the ability to do that and the ability to stay in a normal down and distance, with our run game and rotating our running backs like that. We got a great group of guys right there. So I think the pieces are all there, and I think that's the exciting thing.
Couple more, we'll get Jamar in.
To get on a roll is one thing, but to score 28 unanswered points, how did your confidence kind of grow, or did you just kind of get them in the right plays and just kept moving the ball?
Oh man, I think the confidence especially grew. Just knowing that this is a special group of guys, and the ability to just go in there and plug and play as well. I did my due diligence and making sure that I was ready. Coming in every single day with the attitude of I was the starter, and I just knew that when I got my opportunity, I was going to capitalize on it, and I knew I was going to just because of the group of guys that we have. It's just a special group. I'm truly just honored, to be with these 11 guys out there every single drive, and to be able to just know that I trust in our running backs, to know that I can trust my guys outside, to know I can trust my tight ends, and especially know that I can trust those 5 guys up front. That's the greatest feeling in the world.
Did Stone have anything to say to you after he went down?
It was kind of a situation where he came down, he started throwing again, and he started throwing, and I guess he just didn't feel it, and it was. All of a sudden, I got the call, I'm in and everything like that, and we gave each other a fist bump, and we told ourselves that we were going to be ready to go. So. Yep. Thank you.
Okay.
How y'all doing?
Well, are you gonna feel a little sore tomorrow?
Yeah, just a little bit.
How did it feel to give them a spark?
Just a good feeling, knowing that they trust me with the ball at all times. Like me just getting a punt return position. It's just an honor, honestly, to be on this team and just keep helping them along the way.
Have you been asking Nick to let you throw the ball?
It's been a little bit of both ways, but I knew it was coming, so I just kept my arm loose. Was ready for it.
Think you'll be able to keep this momentum going?
Oh.
2 straight games, 2 straight great games for you.
Oh yeah,
You'll be able to keep it going.
Yeah, we'll be able to keep it going. We just keep this same attitude, and we keep this humble attitude. Tomorrow we're ready to work again. The win's behind us. It's time to get another victory.
The first drive you scored on was a 96, 95, 96-yard drive. How much confidence did that give the team throughout the rest of the game?
Say that again.
That first scoring drive that
Uh-huh.
you had was a 95, 96-yard
Yeah.
scoring drive. How much confidence did that give to the team for the rest of the game?
Oh well, when I
didn't see those drives very often.
yeah when I came off the field and looked in Coach Hill's eyes, I was like, hey, it's time. It's time to give me the ball. It's time for this offense to keep it moving, and that's what we did, and we can continue to do it throughout the game.
What's it mean to be able to get a home win after last year? No home wins coming to this team.
It's actually been since 2017 since we got a home game win, and just plus get that new turf. We are very blessed to be able to get provided with that much, that kind of field. But we had to give it back, pay it back to the team, pay it back to the facility and our culture.
Javon, you do a good job of really being patient, letting your kind of play develop in front of you.
Mhm.
Have you always been that way, or have you always, they said, hey, you got to wait to see where you can go, and you hit the line pretty fast?
It's a little bit of both ways. I sway both ways sometimes with that. Just knowing, saying the situation, 3rd and 4, I know if I go right away, I know my momentum, the speed, I got strength. I probably could get the first down. So that's the first thing that goes through my mind. But just knowing that I could trust and I press the hole, the gap, I know that they're going to execute their position, and it's going to open something up, allowing me to do what I got to do.
Kind of crave that contact and something between the tackles like that. You really
Yeah.
enjoy trying to administer some punishment.
Yeah, because like Coach Griffin says, our running back coach, that I'm going to be the punisher, and that's my job. And when I go out there, I do that, and you see that just in this game, it opens things up. Vontae Cox, DJ Davis, allowing them to do what they got to do on the field.
Okay. Thanks, Javon.
Thanks.
We'll bring Coach
Yep.
Hill in next.
All right, sounds good.
You are ready.
That's what happens when you have that many carries.
Never likes to loop in there, do you? Physical game.
Pushing your way to it.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's great. Subtract the longest run, you still averages over 5 yards a carry.
Second play of the game. All right. We'll have Coach Hill make an opening statement, then we'll take questions.
All right, really proud of our guys of finding a way to win the football game. I'm proud of the way they responded. Really couldn't have, scripted it any worse to how we started the football game. Made it really hard on ourselves, but I felt like, that's the type of team we got. That's the type of guys we got in the locker room where, they found a way. I saw a lot of great leadership on the sideline, a lot of guys that are, our top players that weren't going to accept kind of what was going on, and really it's a couple just unforced things. Give them some credit. They did a really nice job offensively, running the football, mixing it up, hitting a couple plays early, and then really proud of how our defense, I think Mike just said 8 straight drives that we got to stop on, and then really just got physical on offense. We're able to continue to run the football, obviously with Javon and DJ, 2 guys with 100 yards rushing. We're able to mix it up just enough, hit a couple pass plays. Stone went out after the first series, backup quarterback, and then his first throw of his career is a pick, and I felt like he settled down and then was efficient. So I'm proud of our guys, but like I told them, our goal is to be 1-0 and to win and we did that. But we still got a lot of things to clean up. I feel like we're still in that getting better. We got to keep getting better. We haven't played our best game, and so we're still searching for that. And I think we got a locker room of guys that believes that. So I want them to be excited. It's family weekend. A lot of them have families here. Never take winning for granted. But we've got to come back in here tomorrow with a focus of keep getting better, because the road just gets tougher.
It's one thing to get on a roll, but to also, I mean, put up 28 in a row and your defense comes alive, and it makes your offense almost looks like it's easy when you kind of distribute the ball and mix it up like you said.
Yeah, and it's we have a lot of good players on this offense, and we got an experienced offensive line. We got some depth. The formation that we put in was able to have a lot of success running the football with. We put Xavier Furcron at fullback, and was really, I mean, that's a big fullback coming at you, they hadn't seen that formation. Took them a little bit to figure out what they wanted to do with that. Brody Parker is a redshirt freshman tight end. That's a big kid, about 265 pounds. And he's a kid that just kind of waited his turn. He had 2 root canals last week, was out, came back, and we're like, hey, we might get into this big personnel. It's really his first game action. Did a great job, and so I feel like we have a team like that. We've got to mix things up. We got to use our personnel the best way we can. It's sometimes that's 3 running backs, sometimes that's Javon at quarterback. I think you see that he has some arm strength and has some arm talent. He could very easily be a quarterback. So you got to be able to utilize him in some throwing situations as well. So we've got to do a good job of staying focused as an offensive staff and not confusing our guys, but having enough offensive end to get our guys the ball.
How long have you been asking, let me throw the ball? Let me just throw the ball once and keep them honest.
Javon's not shy to ask for much, To be honest, on that play, we ran that play a couple times a year, every time I've been here, whether you have a receiver that can throw the ball. Kyle Newquist ran that a couple times. When DeSomer was playing wide receiver, we ran that play. And then Javon, because he's caught the ball in the backfield, gave him a look where it wouldn't seem that out of sorts that he would be in that position. But the balls never went to the post. The ball's designed to go to Jacob Garrett, but that's kind of Javon too. He went for the home run, 50-yard, wanted to kind of show off his arm a little bit. So that's just kind of Javon. All I could do is kind of smile, and glad it worked out. I'm glad we got the pass interference or throw a touchdown. But Javon's you don't like the word they use the word gamer, because he's a worker, and I don't really believe in just show up and you're a gamer. But good things happen when the ball's in 15's hands. He's always been like that. You watch him going back to his childhood, and you guys all saw him play at Centralia basketball and everything. I mean, when the lights are on, Javon is not going to shy away from. He wants the ball in his hands.
Once he got going, once he's got some touches in the second quarter, that's when the game turned around. I was just curious, he made that mental error on fielding the punt inside the 5-yard line. Did that kind of spark him and tick him off to where he wanted to kind of come back that much harder on that series?
I don't think much phases Javon, to be honest with you. I don't think that much. He just was just like, I caught the ball, I had confidence I was going to catch it. We got to keep working on him. That's his first game of his career fielding punts, but he catches the ball confidently. And so I don't think that he was discouraged or anything. He really next play mentality. He's never a kid that gets down too much. He's a positive kid and he's a confident kid. So I think that really didn't go through my mind either, that maybe, hey, he fielded a punt. Everybody was kind of, hey, don't do that, Javon, type thing. It didn't really go through my mind. Let's get him out of the game because he just made a mistake. He caught the ball and needs to put his toes, where they're supposed to go and not back up. But then we went on a 96-yard drive and really kind of got the momentum.
What was the conversation you had with Correa after stuff like that?
Really, same thing as I kind of mindset I had right there with Javon. I really didn't think twice about it. They came up and said, Stone's out, Correa, you're up. We've talked about how close that quarterback competition was. And Corey's had some good practices. Corey's had a good attitude throughout it. He approaches every practice like he's the starter. He does a great job in the film room, still hasn't missed as far as watching film. I knew he was zeroed on the game plan. You know, it's hard to come in at a situation, especially down 14, and then you throw your first pass as a pick. I thought he did a nice job of settling down. He was going to have a couple things there that they could have, you know, we could have turned the ball over, you know, on the corner to Nigel. I got to see his footwork, but I felt like that ball needed to come out with some, you know, authority on it and put it over there on the sideline, and he kind of put a little too much touch on it, and the safety undercut it. You know, that's on me as far as that last play. I wanted to be aggressive. It's 3rd and 7. They did a good job of rolling over the top, and we threw the post, and Cox made a play there at the end too. It was kind of a 50-50 ball, and but that was a big play by Cox. You know, I've been saying that all along too. We got to get Avante going. 11's a good player, really good player, and he's kind of just scratching the surface. We got to find ways to get him the ball.
What's this win mean for you just as a coach to be able to get a home win after not winning one last year, and then you basically tied your win total from last year also?
Yeah, I mean, they're all big, but yeah, all of them. We needed to come out and win. That's why I told them, don't shy away from success. Expect success. You put in the work. You guys have all done everything we've asked you to do. You guys they had a good week of practice. Challenged them. I trust our leadership guys, Xavier Furcron and Jeremy Chin and DJ Davis and those seniors that have been here. They understand what it takes, and they put in the work. And so they deserve to go out there and feel the success of their hard work. And so I think that they're all big, and I think winning kind of breeds winning too. So they need to have some good things go, but it's just not going to happen. And I think that the road just gets tougher. They know that too, but we've got to keep getting better. I feel like we have a good football team. How good we can be, that's yet to be determined. We got to keep getting better.
Last question.
You've had some shootouts in your career here, Nick, but your defense seems to be really putting it together. And how's it like to see your defense make a play to save the game in some ways for you there at the end again?
Great feeling. Proud of those guys. I'm proud of a lot goes into that. Jeremy obviously made a talented play there, which he does a lot. The ball was tipped. There was pressure on the quarterback. They ran a little rollout, sprint out, but there was pressure on that kid a lot tonight. And Anthony Knighton got loose, and so you got to play great team football, and we're going to play a lot of good offenses, and we got to continue to make them work. We talked about it all off season. I emphasized it whenever I hired Coach Petrino, is explosive plays for touchdowns. We had to get cut down. We played good defense a lot of the time, but then chunk plays for touchdowns are tough to overcome, where they're 50-yard runs, 40-yard runs, big passes for touchdowns. You make them work all the way down the field, and you saw that. We made him get to a 3rd and long from the 9. That's a tough play call. When we're calling 3rd and 10s from the 10, things shrink down. That's why red zone offensive efficiency is such a big, important thing. And so you got to keep making them snap the ball, and a lot of times they'll beat themselves. And so I'm proud of our guys of staying together and just and being disciplined. We still got to get better. We didn't come out of the game the way we should have. So it's week 3, and we've got to just keep working.
What are the chances Stone plays next weekend?
I don't know. I really haven't talked to our trainers and doctors other than they came and said Stone's out of the game, and he was pretty agreeable on that. It's like, Coach, I can't go. So usually when it's like that, Stone's a tough kid, because at first he was like, I can do it, didn't want to get tested, and then it was just like, I can't do it. So we'll see. And really until we know exactly what it is, then we don't know.
Thank you, Coach.
All right, appreciate it.